To infinity and beyond!
I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey everyone, Jeff here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an update we just received earlier this week following the Parks and Experiences panel over this past weekend at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. Now I have to say, I wasn't planning on posting a video this week as following D23. There's usually not a lot to discuss, as over this past weekend we just received so many updates coming to the parks. So this isn't going to be like my typical Disney roundup, as I only have one piece of news to cover for this week, but I wanted to make sure to discuss it because it's very significant. So over this past weekend, one of the announcements Chairman of Disney Experiences, Josh D'Amaro, shared was that there will be a Cars themed area with 2 attractions coming to the Magic Kingdom. D'Amaro described the area as a reimagined section of Frontierland that will be a Cars area, and that the section will feature 2 themed attractions outside of Route 66, as McQueen and others have left and are making their way into the desert and mountains. The first attraction is said to be a thrilling race through the mountains, while the second attraction will be geared more for younger kids and the whole family. Both were unnamed, but he did say construction will begin early next year. Now, what he didn't share though was the location of it, as we just assumed this was going to be a part of their Beyond Big Thunder expansion, but that is not the case. Earlier this week, Disney shared new concept art of the area in a post saying it's time to leave Radiator Springs and head west into exciting new locations to make way for this completely new frontier. The rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island will be transformed to vast and rugged terrains for a rally race with some of the world's most iconic racers. Something that was just funny enough they didn't share in front of all of their biggest fans during the Experiences panel, but just days later. I will say though, going back and looking at one of the pieces of concept art they shared during the panel, it does sort of imply from this angle that this is where this was going, given the view of Big Thunder, but since it's just concept art for an attraction, it's kind of hard to say so for sure. So as you can imagine, a lot of people aren't happy with the decision, and understandably so given the history of the area and just the fact it brought such a great aesthetic to that park. Disney does say though that ahead of revving into high gear next year, guests will have plenty of time to experience the charm and nostalgia of Frontierland as it is today, although no current final operating day has been shared at this time. Now I have to say, I personally never had a close connection with Tom Sawyer Island or the Liberty Bell boats, but I definitely will miss that portion of the park. My hope though, if anything, with this is that since we're getting 2 outdoor car rides over in Frontierland and one being targeted for kids, that this can eventually lead to replacing the Tomorrowland Speedway down the road and utilizing that space with something better. I have to give D'Amaro and the Experiences team along with Imagineering credit though. He did say at D23 all of the projects he announced were already underway and apparently will be complete within the next 5 years, and it really looks like they're aiming for that. Now, whether this is due to Universal just down the road opening Epic Universe starting next year, and Disney starting to make a push to really invest in their parks to keep people coming back to Walt Disney World, that's up for you to decide. I will say too that while they're taking away something fans loved, Disney is giving time before it closes, like also with Dinosaur, so fans can take it in one last time instead of just closing it in the next few weeks. In the post, they also say, anytime we touch Magic Kingdom, we recognize the massive responsibility that exists to get it right and tell stories that connect with our guests. So also putting a pressure on themselves, acknowledging that they have to make something really good to replace that. And I kind of view that the same way with when they reimagined Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. They knew that they had to take away something that fans really loved and appreciated and make it just as good, if not better. And I truly believe that they did that. Now, of course, that's not the case with all things, as we've seen World Celebration over at Epcot, as well as Communicore Hall, but I do feel like it is different with Magic Kingdom. I think the question now though is, since this Cars area isn't beyond Big Thunder and is just replacing a current area in the park, how big are they planning to make the Villains Land be? Like, will it take up the entire Beyond Big Thunder expansion, or are they saving some of that area for other projects, which I imagine will be 10 plus years down the line? Let me know what you think in the comments down below though. Are you a fan of Disney getting rid of the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island? And are you looking forward to the Cars area that they're putting in to replace it? That's all I have for you today though. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. That's all you for this week, and until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.